And it's us.
Hi.
Hello.
Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas.
And happy holidays for all those who celebrate other things. It was Roman's first Christmas, and we enjoyed our holiday.
Wait, I'm Bri.
And I'm Ninja, and this is Bri and Ninja Network.
Yes, this was our first holiday and Christmas as parents. Our first holiday and Christmas in our new house.
We got a bigger tree.
Big tree, just doing adult things. We're just getting so old.
It feels weird growing up.
So weird.
But it feels, I guess pretty awesome.
That is like starting a new chapter, new beginnings, and where the holidays, it's not about, it's always about Jesus first, but now it's about making our kids happy.
Right, it's the switch of perspective. Because before we were the kids, and it makes you think back on our holidays or our Christmas as kids, like coming home from school after break and presents. It's different now.
Now this is the start.
The shoe is on the other foot
of us getting into that for the next 18 years.
Or probably more, because there's going to be more kids.
Probably.
Man, oh
anyway,
man.
It's a different story.
But essentially, everyone knows what the word is. They've been doing the 2009 and 2019 challenge and
decade
review. All those decade review. It's around that time. We are moving from 2010s to the 2020s, and a lot of stuff happened. When you sum up a decade, it's really a lot of stuff happens. But we're going to keep it, I guess, relevant to our channel.
I think it's going to be a lot. I think we got movies of a decade, music of a decade, but I think we should also do
it's things that we cover for the most part. Movie, music,
personal,
we cover personal stuff too.
Yeah, maybe the last video can be
doing video games,
where we were 10 years ago to where we are now.
Oh no, most definitely. Seeing that, when you consider the fact that both of us went 10 years ago, we were in high school. Yeah, 10 years ago we were in high school. Now that's almost 10 years ago from myself.
Someone has a 10-year reunion coming up next year.
Which
is so weird because that means mine will be the year after. That's just weird.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
weird.
It's crazy how much can really change in 10 years. But we're going to sum it up with this media outlets first because y'all know that's what we do. And it's been a while since we did a movie review, so we're going to start with
Movies of the Decade.
Movies of the Decade. And the way we're going to do this...
interrupted by Roman eventually.
Possibly, yes. The way we're going to do this is we're going to do years 2010 to 2019. And we're going to do, essentially our top favorite, or top mentionable movies of that of that individual year. And then we're going to pick our favorite movie of the year and then try to, determine what may be the top movie for us of the decade.
Of the entire decade.
I will say on my list, I didn't want to say it's the best movie because some movies aren't here just because they made a big impact, but they weren't good.
Some of them, they were really good.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I still haven't shown you, but it was such a terrible movie. Anyways.
Some of them were really good that were Oscar winners that we've seen once that weren't bad. They just weren't our favorite. We haven't seen it again, basically.
True.
It doesn't mean that they weren't good movies.
And I will also say that a determinant for my movies in particular, as I told Bri a bunch of times, I watch movies a lot, and I've watched movies more than 10 times or more. So some of these are just movies I still just watch to this day. So
2010.
Start with 2010.
I only have one. I didn't like 2010 movies. I'm kind of embarrassed to say what mine was, but again, I was in high school at the time, and I was a Twilight fan, so I think that was the last Twilight movie.
Was it the last one?
It was The Eclipse.
I thought that was the first one.
No, the first one didn't come out in 2010. It was the end of.
One of them came out in 2011 when I was in college. I know that much.
So The Eclipse was the second one.
Okay. I didn't know.
I was a Twilight fan, so that was my favorite movie of the year, 2010. I didn't really like any other movies.
I picked a lot more movies than Twilight because, I don't know. Let's see. As far as that year, the top 4 that I have on my list was Inception, Toy Story 3, Scott Pilgrim, and Kick-Ass. Alright?
Never saw it.
Now, I'm sure we watched Kick-Ass before. The movie with what's that little blonde head? Yes. And she's a superhero.
I don't think I liked it.
It was. I don't think you did like it, but I love that movie when it came out. Inception. Let's see. Toy Story 3 I put on there like this is one of those significant movies, but I really it wasn't my favorite Toy Story at all, but it was pretty cool that year. Like Bri said, the year in general I was going through the movies, they weren't.
Toy Story 3 was good. I just wouldn't say it was like one of my top movies.
I put movies on here that like I said that kind of came out. They really like Iron Man 2 came out that year. It was one of the worst Iron Mans. Harry Potter, The Deathly Hallows, which was the conclusion to the 7-part series. They put it in part 1 and part 2, which is the first time they've done that for a movie, and it really blew a lot of fans. So I didn't think that was the best. Tron came out, but it was just the music, so I don't know. So my movie for that year would definitely be, like I said, the top 4 were the ones that I actually liked. Inception would probably be my movie of that year. I liked it, even though I can't watch it again because I always fall asleep.
I think wasn't that the movie? That's that's Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Yes.
I think
he did not win an Oscar.
We were in Rumby. I think y'all couldn't believe, you and Kiki couldn't believe that me and Shantae had never seen that movie.
At that point, I had seen it like 4 times.
In the dorm, and we were just like, I think we fell asleep.
It's a movie where you, like, the first time you watch it, you're so amazed because it's an interesting movie, but once you've seen it and you know what the spins are, I've fallen asleep to it a couple times.
So I've never seen it from beginning to end.
So, yeah, that's probably my movie of the year, but like Bri said, that those aren't really good movies. So. That
was before we started dating.
On to 2011.
You're right, onward. 2011. Okay, 2011, mine was, Nothing Could Top. Mine was 2011. So I only put one. Bridesmaids. That was my movie.
She only put some Breezy.
That's one of my top of the decade. The one movie. Put it out there now.
I won't lie to you. On 2011, that Bridesmaids is on my list because it was one of the funniest movies that came out that year. I also put Horrible Bosses, which
I was just about to say. I was trying to figure out when it came out. I couldn't find it. Okay. Bridesmaids and Horrible Bosses are 2 of not only the top movies of 2011, but of this decade.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, 2 of the top comedies. Those are 2 of like my all-time.
I will say, so this is my list.
Favorite movies.
So I put Harry Potter.
Ever.
Deathly Hallows Part 2, because it was the conclusion to the series. I read the books, and it was the conclusion to the Harry Potter series. Like I said, they released in 2 parts. First part came out in 2010. Second part came out in 2011.
You said Harry Potter?
Yeah. Bridesmaids is on my list as well because that was one of the top comedies of the time. Horrible Bosses as well.
Best movie ever.
Hangover Part 2. It seemed like it was just a year of comedies. It wasn't my favorite Hangover, but it was pretty good. And then a movie that me and Bri actually... Huh?
Was that the one overseas?
What? Yes. Yes, and tight. Yes,
I just remember the finger being bit off.
Another movie is one that me and Bri recently watched that's actually held up pretty good, which is surprising. I saw it on the list and I was like, we just watched it recently. The Justin Timberlake movie, In Time, where it's like time is the currency of life. Like once you turn 25, the timer starts. We watched it recently and you was like, this is actually a really cool movie. It's actually one of my really, really, really cool movies. And then Limitless, which I forgot that movie came out that year, but that's also Bradley Cooper killed that. He killed that role. It was really cool. The TV show kind of sucks.
Oh.
Yes, with him and the girl, they were like still in time.
Yes.
Yeah, that came out 2011. It was a really dope.
And it showed like the economy as if you had like all this time.
Yes. How rich people had the most time and poor people had no time.
They were like fighting for time each day.
Yeah. That was a dope movie. It came out 2011. Top movie of that year. I was like,
what are you talking about? I was thinking of the Hayden Christianity movie that we watched recently.
Yes. Not that.
That was not. What was that? That was like Jumping Through Time.
Yeah, that was Jumper.
I think that's your Jumper.
Luke
it was
Jumper. Yeah, that was.
I was like,
I've been showing Bri a lot of weird old movies for the most part. Which honestly,
like one was pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's like my top movie.
Well, I'm saying of that 2011 it was mostly comedies, and that one was like a really deep thought movie. I liked it.
2 of the best comedies of this decade.
I was so. I agree. So now we're moving on to 2012. I subtitled this the year that stole my heart because it's too many good movies.
It's a whole bunch of good movies. I'll name all of the good movies that I thought from that year, and then I'll give you my 2 favorites. So Avengers, that was the start of the Avengers franchise. I cannot believe that all started and ended in this one decade. That's crazy. Marvel had a heck of a decade.
I told you it didn't tell me. It started with Iron Man. Iron Man came out in 2008.
Avengers.
It's all one story. It started in 2008.
But it all came together starting in 2012.
And if you want to put in Spider-Man in 2004.
It wasn't that Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming was the one of the Marvel franchise, not the one with Tobey Maguire. Come correct.
That's what started it all.
Avengers. was one of my favorite
Facts.
movies. 2012. I've seen it a bunch of times. Dark Knight, Batman. Love that movie. I did like Django, even though I've only seen Django like once or twice. I just remember like crying, laughing in the theater.
We saw that together.
It was hilarious.
It was all us black people had a blast watching that movie.
But I said I can't watch. This isn't a movie that I can just watch over and over again, though. But even
Well,
though
it's a Tarantino movie, so it's a lot of blood and guts and craziness.
Yeah.
So.
Silver Linings Playbook. I've only seen it once. It was good. I don't really have to see it again though. But I would consider it a top movie from that year. The Hunger Games franchise started, so I did like the first one. Can't say much about the other two, but the first one I will give it. It was decent. And then Zero Dark 30. Did I watch that with you?
Yeah.
I did like Zero Dark 30. It was again a movie I wouldn't watch again. It's about the whole Afghanistan killing of Saddam.
That and I think Argo came. I think Argo and
Argo. That sounds familiar.
Argo was a movie about this another foreign spy movie that got an Oscar that year as well.
Zero Dark 30 was good. Like it kept me on my toes. I was actually kind of scared while I was watching it.
It
was just very informative
really cool
and just it was very cool. Which just reminded me of another movie that I don't think is on my list. What was that sniper movie? Was that Bradley Cooper?
American Sniper. And then it was Bradley Cooper. I almost put it. That came out another year. I almost put it on my list, but
that was actually really good. Those are two war movies. I don't really watch war movies, but those are two that I would say really are everyone should watch.
Yeah.
But out of all of those, Avengers and Dark Knight were my two favorite of 2012.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off mine's probably just as long as Bri. Let's see. I did start off with Avengers, which is, I'm just gonna say that right now, that is the top movie. I've watched that movie more than 10, 15 times. So I remember that even the weekend it came out, I got a copy of it early, or I saw a copy of it early online, like a week before, and then I took Bri to go see it, and then I saw it 3 times.
Okay.
Avengers.
No.
I saw the movie 3 times when it came out.
I was so mad.
So,
we had seen it. We were supposed to go see it, and then you saw it on bootleg first.
I saw it online. It was like 3-4 days. I think. Oh, it got leaked from the worldwide release of the movie because it was that big a movie. But I still paid twice for it.
Wait.
I paid twice to see it afterwards. Hey, I like that movie. The Dark Knight Rises, great movie. End of the Christopher Nolan trilogy with Christian Bale. The Bane. It was great. It was
I did like that.
Got stranded at the movie theater to see that one. It was really good. Hunger Games, like Bri
I
said.
remember you calling me that day.
Yeah, stranded at the movie theater.
It was like 2 a.m. and he was stranded.
Essentially, one of the theaters, the movie, it was a packed night. It was sold out. It was sold out, and our theater broke down right before the showing of the movie. So they promised that we could still watch it, but we'd have to wait 2 hours until they fixed it. And we didn't watch the movie till 2. The movie didn't finish till 4, and I had no ride. So I drove there with friends, and they didn't buy their tickets, so they weren't
able to get in.
So it was just me. It was crazy. It was a crazy night. Like Bri said, Django, great time. Like I said, I remember going with Bri. All the black people in the theater had a blast. 21 Jump Street, which was hilarious.
I saw that.
I put Ted on there because Ted was hilarious.
Mark Wahlberg.
Say Life of Pi was good because I read the book. Looper, me and we're gonna watch that. That's the one with, I told you, the time with Bruce Willis and what's his name. We have to watch it. I liked it, but yeah. And then I put Wreck-It Ralph on here because it was such a big. We watched it recently, but it was a really good movie, and maybe the sequel wasn't the best, but Wreck-It Ralph original was a good ode to video game culture and like old school. It had Sonic and Bowser. It was a great movie.
I like Wreck-It Ralph. She's just so annoying to me, the girl. She's just so annoying.
Yeah, just a little bit. But Avengers will take that. What's your word, Bri? What did you say?
For 2012?
Yeah.
I went first.
I'm saying, did you say which one?
Avengers and Dark Knight.
Which one though? You gotta pick one.
No, Avengers and Dark Knight. Both of them are in the contender for top movie of the decade.
I'm picking Avengers. Only because Dark Knight Rises wasn't my favorite of the Dark Knight. It's definitely number 2.
Okay, when you put it that way, then I would say Avengers too. When you put it that way, it wasn't my favorite back. It was definitely they're both with each other.
Oh my gosh, like too much. Let's see.
2013. I only have one movie for 2013, and the reason why I didn't put Wreck-It Ralph on my list was because I already know I have two top cartoons of the decade that I liked in 2000. Wreck-It Ralph would fall like number 3 or 4.
I try to keep animated. I try to play horror movies.
So for 2013, I only have one movie, and I put Frozen. Not because of the hype, but because I watched it. Like I remember seeing it a long time ago. I was like, oh, okay, that was good. But then I watched it recently when Disney Plus came out, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You're such a fan. I mean, we watched it after. I think we didn't even watch it until like 2015. We watched it after the hype. So like we watched it ourselves.
Yeah, and I was like, that was cute.
I didn't. That's why I wanted your perspective on these movies. But once I tell you some of mine, you're gonna be like, I might change from Frozen. Because I'm just saying. So. The movies that we watched that year that I enjoyed, me and Bri saw these together. Wolf on Wall Street probably has the year. I'm not gonna lie, but
it's funny.
Leonardo DiCaprio had a great
comedy.
Great Gatsby was a great movie based on the book.
I hated AP Lit, so
you're so ridiculous. American Hustle was good.
I saw
with Bradley Cooper and Christian Bale and Jim Clark.
It was just a lot going on in that movie.
It was a great movie. It was funny. It was.
Again, I told you my top 2.
Let's see. This is the end. Which I told. I'm like, I love it.
He tries to get me to watch it. I'm just.
You watched it before.
I know, but I don't cry.
You like Seth Rogen. Yes, you do.
But I don't cry. You cry laughing at that movie.
It's a
not
really
that
funny
to me.
It's actually quite hilarious.
Stupid.
Seth Rogen and the rest of the kids, say Craig Robinson and Danny McBride,
stupid.
They're all hilarious. It's great. Let's see. Now You See Me, which was a really good movie. That's the Magic movie. I was actually talking about that with my coworker. I actually liked that movie a lot.
Was that the second one or the first one?
That was the first one. The second one was with Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe was silly.
First one was good.
Yeah, the second. The only thing that was cool about the second one was that safe scene where they made the card flow through the safe.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And then Red 2, Bri. You love that movie. I love that movie.
No.
Yes.
Frozen's still my top movie.
Whatever. The Wolf on Wall Street is mine.
Wolf on Wall Street to me, it was really, really good, but it wasn't. I think it was considered a drama.
You sound like the Oscar people.
A comedy.
It was a comedy.
It was a big comedy.
It was a comedy based on some realness, based on some things going on at that time.
But I told you my top 2 comedies.
Leonardo should have definitely won an Oscar for it, but once again he was snubbed.
Which one did he win it for?
He didn't win it for Great Gatsby or Wolf on Wall Street. He won his first one for that Bear movie. The Revenant.
Oh, the Give Me One.
The Bear movie, bruh.
What?
That's 2013.
Silly.
Alright. Oh, but I did say some other. Oh, I forgot some other movies that did come out that like they weren't good, but they were impactful. The Purge came out that year. Interesting concept. Me and Bri kind of like the movie. Interesting concept. Really weird though. Man of Steel, trash. It led up to the DC destruction that is today.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3, not once again one of the worst Iron Mans of all time. And then World War Z. I don't know if you've seen it, but Brad Pitt and the zombies. The movie is silly. Okay, you beat the zombies with cold. That is crazy. That's crazy.
Anyways.
2014. Boom. I already know what my winner is this year.
I do too, but I really like.
And you know what it is too.
Winter Soldier.
Why are you talking? Yeah.
Okay, so 2014, my top 3 were Winter Soldier, which to me is still the best Marvel movie that they've released. Sorry, Black Panther. Winter Soldier is my absolute favorite Marvel movie. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy though, which came out that year.
I almost put it on there, but I was just like,
The first one? I love the first one. I love Chris Pratt.
Me too.
I love Chris Pratt. But I wouldn't say that was his top movie of the decade. His top movie of the next decade came the next year, which I'll get to the next year.
Yeah.
And then I just added American Sniper because American Sniper came out in 2014. And that was actually a really good Bradley Cooper.
It was great. I almost put it on my list.
So those are my top 3, but of course, Winter Soldier is my top movie of 2014.
Okay. I got the Winter Soldier.
What?
It's probably number 1, but hey, I'm going to tell you the other ones. They're pretty good movies. Gone Girl. That came out that year. It was, psychological thrillers are always fun.
At the end of it, I was just like, I can't.
I put the X-Men's Days of Future Past. That one was the movie that combined the old cast with the new cast with Hugh Jackman and them, and then the newer cast from First Class. It was actually it wasn't that good of a movie, but it was an iconic movie because it brought back characters that we thought were in cinema limbo. Ninja Turtles came out that year. That was the first year they came to the live screen. And,
Megabytes?
Yes, and it was interesting. Big Hero 6, I love that movie. You haven't seen it. You should watch it on Disney Plus. It's actually a really good movie. As far as cartoon animation, blah blah blah. The Interview came out that year. It wasn't the best movie, but was it controversial, boy? I almost put us in a war. But it was semi funny. Seth. Hey, we love some Seth Rogen, and you can't go wrong with James Franco. And I think they were going off their hype from this before.
Oh my god!
Like they had a whole GoFundMe to get the movie released because North Korea was like, nah, or South. One of the Koreas said, nah, don't release the movie, and then they released it anyways. It was crazy. Birdman was funny. Selma came out that year, but I haven't seen it. But I put it on. I maybe watched parts of it. I put it on the list because it's significant for the fact that it made our man John Legend and I think Commenter one of an EGOT. John Legend. He's an EGOT man because of that movie because he got his Oscar off of it. Yeah. So it was a significant movie about MLK, and it was. I don't think I watched it all the way through, but that's just my little confession.
It's kind of sad, but we're just not into the whole.
Oh no, I'm putting a lot on here, and I was like, y'all should watch them.
The whole Black History. We don't want to watch Black History movies. I do have one on my list, but I don't know if it's really considered Black History.
And we're not trying to get too deep into that though. But Bri said my winner's older for that year, so.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
What's the next year? 2015. 2015 was one of my top years of the decade. Could you not?
I call this the year Kevin Hart.
Could you not? The year Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has nothing to do with my list. Anyway.
Well, no. It's just because he came out with a lot of movies.
I only have 2 on my list.
I didn't put none on there, but he came out.
I only have 2 on my list.
That was the
my
year
turn.
He ran the movie.
Both of y'all are just disrupting me.
Please,
let him talk. Just don't talk over me, okay? Jurassic World. Boom.
Is that all you got?
No. I just needed to pause because that was my favorite movies of the decade. I will say that was my most watched movie of the decade. I've watched Jurassic World.
I downloaded it
so many times
because I knew you loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. And then that's when the Star Wars series started back, which that was actually a really good movie. The one with this nuclear Daisy.
Yeah.
So those are my top 2 movies of 2015. But Jurassic World is one of my top 2 decades. Okay.
I will say
boy
that Jurassic World
exactly. You don't want nothing.
Is definitely one of the top movies I picked as well. It was good to see a franchise that I liked as a kid be rebirthed and then pay some homage by having the I forgot the Asian actor who played the doctor in the first couple movies. He was the doctor in this movie too, and he was a doctor. He's the crazy doctor who spices it. It's a throwback to the old series. Me and Bri watched the movies up to that point on the Megabus and stuff, and it was actually a really good time. That might be the year. But see, Ant-Man came out that year. That's one of more low key Marvel movies, but it's actually really funny. Like T.I. and who else was on the cast? This is a really, really funny cast.
I forgot T.I. was in
it. Yeah, T.I. What's the Hispanic dude who's really funny who was in Chips. He was in, the one who tells the story at the wrap up at the end, this is how it goes down. So it went down like this, and then went into that, and that led to this, and then that, he does the wrap up at the end. It's really hilarious. Dang, Bri. See, Straight Outta Compton came out that year.
I've only seen it once.
It was an iconic, it's more than, it's not, I'm put on there for the icon. I liked another movie came out, which was Will Smith and Margot Robbie. Focus? It was a gambling movie. I like the gambling stuff. It was gambling and mind games and thievery. It was fun. Not the best movie. I thought whatchamacallit, The Perfect Guy was the most clown movie ever because Michael Ealy got to be a psychopath and it was hilarious.
That was Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah, Sanaa Lathan and Morris Chestnut. Yeah, he messed up Morris Chestnut's brake line. I remember all this stuff because it was hilarious.
I bet it came out more recently.
Killed him. 2015, baby. I thought it was hilarious because Michael Ealy seems like a nice guy, and they made him a psychopath. So made light skins look crazy. No. Jurassic World definitely takes it though. Oh, and Fury 7. It's the last one with Paul Walker. It was a very sad year, but the movie was great.
Wait a second.
I wish that they had ended the franchise then, but they're gonna keep making. They made 8 now, and they've made Hobbs and Shaw. They're just gonna keep making these movies. So.
I don't think that was this decade.
What?
Oh, it was. Oh, there you go. That's on my list.
I would just pay attention. That's Fast and Furious. Fast 7 was. I thought about another one, but
but it can't top the other 2 movies, 2011. So my list still stands. Fast 5 was my favorite Fast and Furious movie ever. Oh, I remember. Oh yeah, I did come up my senior year.
It's redoing her movie list. Anyways, 2016.
Okay, this is where my other cartoon of the decade came, which I watched it recently, and it made me realize how much I liked it. Even though Blake was like, "Why do you like this movie?" It's hilarious to me, and the concept was very good. Zootopia. I like Zootopia.
No, the concept was great. It's about racism and prejudice and.
The underlying message was good, but I also just liked it. So
it's a
Frozen and Zootopia are my 2 favorite cartoons of.
And it had our boy. Dang it! I can't think of his name. Tell me his name. He's Marty.
No, I can't think of his name.
Oh my God!
Marvel bosses.
Yeah. Why can't we think of our man?
He's actually really funny. I love Zootopia. I watched it recently again on Disney Plus. And then Deadpool was my other movie.
Look at you! It's so adorable. I
can't choose between the 2.
Let's see. I put Civil War. Captain America: Civil War came out that year. It wasn't the best movie, but I mean, it was the one that introduced Spider-Man back into the cinematic universe. So it was really important. Tom Holland got to come in, full guns blazing, and
that was his first appearance, right?
Yeah, so it was in Iron Man and Captain America fought and it was all emotional.
Hey, don't do that.
All that. I liked it was cool. Deadpool, first rated R Marvel movie. Big deal. It led to Logan, so me and Bri thought it was hilarious. More Seth Rogen. He created an animated crazy film called Sausage Party. I'm sure the whole world saw it.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy, but it was hilarious, and me and Bri actually enjoyed that movie, surprisingly. We saw it in theaters, and surprisingly. I remember seeing the preview for it, and I said, I gotta see this movie. It was like exactly how I felt when I saw Jordan. When I saw that Seth Rogen was making it, was exactly how I felt when I saw Jordan Peele was doing, what's the movie Jordan Peele did? Not Us, the first one.
Get Out,
yes. When I saw he was directing, I saw it, and I was like, I gotta see this movie, regardless of how much I have to pay to see it. I'm gonna see it.
That came out when?
That's not yet.
I was up on my list.
I'm just saying, I saw Sausage Party just strictly because off the strength of Seth Rogen. Just like I saw whatchamacallit, the strength of Jordan Peele. Now You See Me 2 came out that year. I had to put that. I don't know why I put that on. A movie? Okay. This actually might be difficult. See, because the movie came out this year that me and Bri didn't expect to like, but we ended up loving it. Split. We put it on our 2016. When we started our channel, it actually ended up on one of the wrap-ups that we had because it was that good of a movie.
Split was pretty good.
He was being a psycho, and I loved every part of it. He could be Professor X and a psychopath in the same lifetime. I love it.
Split was pretty good.
I loved it. Some movies that I said were significant, but I don't really think they were that good. Finding Dory